Interesting feature there.
Yes.
Spoon artist. I mean, I remember when I shot that feature.
Yeah.
So I stumbled on his Instagram page, and I was fascinated by it. Someone who can talking about recycling or repurposing used spoons
Wow.
instead of just throwing it away and polluting our environment. And that also brings us to what we'll be doing today on our DIY segment.
Okay.
We are going to be recycling old CD cases. Oof. What have you been doing with? You said you had a bulk of them.
I have. So growing up, I always watched wrestling, and we used to buy the CDs on the road.
Yeah.
So I have a store where I just put everything there.
So we see how over the years we've seen how our video content has been has evolved. How it's been distributed, and so we used to have them in cassettes.
Yes.
Cassettes. You remember cassettes? Whatever happened to those days? Oh my God.
Life happened.
And then at some point we started having them, in DVDs and CDs, and so now that we have evolved, into another,
streaming platform
and all sorts of transferring content and sharing of content.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your old DVD, CD cases?
Wow.
Well, I'll be showing you today how to recycle and repurpose them. Now, it's quite a coincidence, right, that on the day I did that feature, the one you just watched on the Spoon Artist, he actually was the one who gave me the seashells.
Wow.
He had so many of them. And I was thinking, what do I do with those seashells?
Okay.
So I decided to, so after creating and repurposing my CD case, I'm going to teach you guys how to do this in a bit. I decided to decorate them, with using seashells. Right. So if you look closely at this, you see that it is also used as a picture frame.
Nice.
So it serves as
picture frame.
Yeah, it serves as two purposes. It could serve as a picture frame, and it could also serve as a flower pot.
Wow.
You see?
Yes, this is indeed beautiful.
You see that? So I'll be showing you quickly what to do with them. So right here, I have my pictures, which I'll be using, and these are pictures of me during my Thanksgiving, my wedding Thanksgiving.
Come on.
I was looking for how to get hard copies, and this was just around, and I just, took them. Right. And then, so if you don't want to use them as picture frames, you could also use them as, I'm big on affirmations. Right. So you could have like a piece of paper, and then I brought in a marker, so you could just write what you want for yourself in the year 2025, or something to just inspire you.
All right, good.
What are your affirmations for this year?
Yeah,
what's that affirmation that you're really big on that inspires you?
Yes, I want to get married this year.
Okay, so you write it there, and then we're going to put it in
I want to get married. I want dates, get married, give birth to like twins.
Okay, that's a lot.
This year.
That's a lot. Okay, so I already started, with our CD case here. So what we're going to do is, so what I did here basically is to remove the contents in the CD case. That is the CD itself, the paper that is usually used, and then, basically the shellings of the CD case, just remove them. And what we have here is an empty CD case, as you can see here. Well, as you can see closely, I've already started. So this is a picture of me, and it's just all you just need to do is just tuck it nicely and neatly into your CD case, and it just fits. So what I did here is just glue one part of a CD case to another part. So I'll show you in a bit.
All right.
Okay, so we have one CD case here. So you take this one.
Okay.
Right, so we can do it together.
Cool.
Fine. Okay, so this is this the inner of the CD case, the shelling I was talking about. So what we're just going to do is take it out gently. Okay. You don't want to, because the CD case is quite fragile, you have to, do it with care. So we're just going to put this aside because you don't need this. But then again, in our next episode, I'm going to be teaching you what to do with the CDs and the DVDs itself. Right, so you're not just dumping it. Right, so now I'm just going to take in the paper. Yeah, always get. I know growing up we used to think they were stuck to the case, but actually not. So you could actually just take it out. Cool. Now, so what we're going to do is get your super glue to the rescue. Yay! Get a good one. Right. Yes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to stick this on nicely. in a way that, you know, so I have my glue here.
All right, guys.
Right, so I'm just going to put on some glue here, a generous amount of super glue. I remember doing this 7 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been that long.
Yeah, wow, and still looks very good and new.
Yeah, really, really long. So I'm just going to tuck this in, and then, okay, so there you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So remember, we're making it into
A square.
A square, right? So stick that glue in. You need to hold it firmly together, just so that it doesn't fall apart. Well, working with glue sometimes can be very tricky, and especially, you know, with some of the materials that you're using, right? So just going to do that. Hold it in for a minute. You can blow into it. So if you have those CD cases, and you don't know what to do with them, instead of just, you know, throwing them into the trash and just polluting our environment, please recycle them, repurpose them. There's so many things that you can use these items for, you know, around the home. Instead of, it even saves you a lot of money, right? Because these days we are all about, you know, we are paying more attention to how our homes look and feel, because you know, if your home looks good, you know, it makes you feel good. You feel good about it.
I think the aesthetics of having this around the house is brilliant. When you have great artworks around.
Okay, so now that that has been glued to it, I'm just going to, okay, let me take this out for a minute.
Okay.
So I'm just going to glue this on here. So, voila. I'm going to do that in a bit, but again, I just want you to have an idea, so you don't think, Emem will just come and just be boboing us right here on the show. I'm not boboing you. It actually does work. It's very easy, very, very easy. And this is something that you can also do with the kids. They're absolutely going to love it. It also helps with their cognitive, you know, abilities and, like, you know, their development as well. I mean, I remember, you know, putting this to, I remember showing my kids this, and they were so fascinated by it. They were like, "Oh, mommy, you actually made this!" You know, I was feeling like it was making me feel like a hero.
All right.
Yeah.
This is indeed very, very beautiful.
So Edgar wants 2 baby mamas.
Yeah. What did I write there? Yeah,
you want 2 baby mamas and no babies.
Yeah, 2 baby mamas, no babies.
That's your goal for 2025.
Yep. Yep.
We listen, we don't judge. So imagine having this, and you just, you know, you could even have them, you could even use stick-ons, those stick-on papers, you know, you could even use stick-ons. It's just very easy. You just put it in here, and, you know, you just stick it in, right? And you're good to go. So you just put it somewhere in your room, and it just constantly reminds you of, you know, your goals, your, you know, affirmations, even before you step out of the house, you know. Yeah, so there's so much you can do with this. And now I decided to bring a bottle of diffuser so that you could also see another, you know, you could just put your diffusers in.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, if your diffuser bottle isn't really good. Or you can even use refill diffuser bottles. You know, those ones are cheaper. If you cannot, like, get or buy the diffuser bottles, you could just get the refills. You know, and, you know, if you have this, because if you get the bottle, I mean, these are forever. They're always going to be in use. And there you go. So
I cannot wait to see what this will turn out to be.
So I'm just going to finish this up in a bit. But
and then at the end of the show, we'll probably just show them what we have done.
Yes.
Cannot wait, guys. Yes.
And that's it on our DIY segment for now. Please, guys, I would like you to send in your videos, your pictures. You've been sending in comments, and I really, really appreciate them. But I really want to see you do them. So send those pictures. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC while sending in those pictures and videos. The show continues in a bit, people. We'll be right back.